1 minute ago, Kim Ji-won breaks. Silence on Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Se-ron's past. Before their breakup, what really happened behind the glossy images and perfect smiles? What dark truths have been hidden from the public eye until now? For the first time ever, Kim Ji-won steps forward to reveal the untold story of Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Se-ron, a story of betrayal, heartbreak, and cold abandonment. Join Red Carpet Revealed as we uncover exclusive details behind the scenes that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. The truth starts now, and it's more shocking than you ever imagined. The entertainment world stands still today as Kim Ji-won, one of Korea's most beloved actresses, finally breaks her silence on the haunting past between Kim Soo Hyun and the late Kim Se-ron. Her words, raw and devastating, lift the curtain on a story few were prepared to hear. A story filled with silent betrayals, shattered dreams, and the lingering pain of a love story cut tragically short. A shocking revelation no one expected. It was supposed to be just another quiet afternoon, yet within minutes of Kim Ji-won's candid confession, the internet exploded with grief, anger, and disbelief. Sitting down for what was meant to be a light-hearted interview, Ji-won's demeanor shifted when the conversation steered toward memories of Se-ron. Her voice broke, her eyes clouded, and then she spoke truths that had long been buried under the glitz and glamour of celebrity life. "I stayed silent for too long," she began, her voice trembling. "But now she's gone, and the truth deserves to be known." Behind closed doors, a love that wasn't meant to last. To the world, Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Se-ron were a dream. Their chemistry was undeniable. Their interactions, electric fans wrote stories about them, created fan edits, and dreamed of a future where they would officially announce their love. But behind closed doors, it was a very different story. According to Ji-won Kim Se-ron loved deeply, almost recklessly. She gave everything, her time, her loyalty, her heart. Yet what she received in return was not love, but indifference. She waited, Ji-won said. She waited for him to choose her, to fight for her. But all she got was silence. There were promises whispered late at night, plans made for someday, but that someday never came. Slowly, Se-ron realized she was loving a ghost, chasing a dream that was slipping further away with each passing day. The night everything changed. Ji-won detailed a harrowing moment one few knew about, that marked the beginning of Se-ron's final descent into despair. It was a cold winter night. Se-ron had spent hours preparing for a private dinner with Kim Soo Hyun, one she thought would rekindle their bond. She wore his favorite color, chose the restaurant they had first gone to together. She waited for him for hours. He never came. Later that night, paparazzi photos surfaced Kim Soo Hyun, laughing with another actress at a VIP event across town. The sight of those pictures, Ji-won said, was the moment I saw something inside her die. Se-ron never spoke about that night, but those who knew her said she was never quite the same again. Betrayal beyond the spotlight. Adding another twist to the tragedy, Ji-won revealed that Se-ron had been pressured not only by emotional neglect, but by forces far beyond her control. Industry insiders, powerful figures with vested interests in Kim Soo Hyun's pristine image, allegedly advised him to cut ties with Se-ron. She became a burden in their eyes, Ji-won said bitterly, a distraction from the golden career they were building for him. Behind Se-ron's soft smiles and brave face was a young woman being quietly erased, discarded for the sake of someone else's ambition. Why now? Because she can no longer defend herself, Ji-won said, tears slipping down her cheeks. Because the world deserves to know that her love was real, her pain was real. Ji-won confessed that guilt had haunted her, the guilt of staying silent while Se-ron suffered alone, of letting the world misjudge and misunderstand a woman whose only crime was loving too much. The world reacts, a tidal wave of grief. Within minutes of Ji-won's revelation, social media exploded. Justice for Se-ron. Remember Se-ron. Truth uncovered. Millions of fans, fellow celebrities, and even former critics flooded the internet with messages of sorrow, apology, and anger. Messages poured in from every corner of the world. "We failed you, Se-ron. You deserved better. We see you now." Deafening silence from Kim Soo Hyun. As of this writing, Kim Soo Hyun and his agency remain silent. No statement, No apology, no acknowledgement. A silence that in itself speaks volumes. Sources close to the situation suggest that Soo Hyun has gone into isolation, cancelling upcoming appearances and meetings in the wake of the explosive backlash. Kim Ji-won's heartbreaking confession also revealed details that few ever noticed at the time. Small, almost invisible signs that Se-ron was struggling. She would post cryptic messages late at night, Ji-won whispered. Photos of empty streets, captions like "waiting hurts" and "maybe some goodbyes are silent." But no one really paid attention. In a world obsessed with perfect images, Se-ron's cries for help were seen as aesthetic choices, overlooked as just another piece of celebrity melancholy. But to those who knew her, to those who loved her, it was a slow, painful unraveling, hidden in plain sight. Every cancelled plan, every unreturned call, every cold glance chipped away at her until she became a ghost of the vibrant girl she once was. Behind the golden smile, the true face of ambition. Ji-won did not hold back when describing the harsh realities behind the scenes. In this industry, she said, her voice heavy, you are either an asset or a liability. Love makes you vulnerable. Vulnerability makes you disposable. She hinted that Kim Soo Hyun, once tender and protective towards Se-ron, was subtly then brutally reshaped by those who managed his career. Advised to cut weaknesses, to maintain an image of unattainable perfection, Soo Hyun reportedly chose silence, chose distance, and ultimately chose himself. The public fed a diet of carefully managed appearances, and staged interviews had no idea of the emotional battlefield hidden beneath the surface. He didn't just walk away from her, Ji-won said, voice breaking. He erased her. Whispers from the industry. A pattern emerging. Since Kim Ji-won's shocking revelations, murmurs from within the entertainment world have grown louder. Several anonymous insiders have come forward, hinting that Se-ron was not the only one who suffered under the cold machinery of image control. One stylist recounted how Se-ron once sat silently for an hour during a photo shoot, staring blankly at her phone. A manager recalled how she would force smiles through visible exhaustion, afraid that any sign of weakness would be used against her. The emerging picture is chilling. An industry that demands perfection, but offers no mercy. A system where vulnerability is punished, not protected. Fans demand justice. The fan movement that erupted following Ji-won's confession shows no sign of slowing down. Petitions calling for Kim Soo Hyun's public apology have already gathered hundreds of thousands of signatures. Mural walls dedicated to Se-ron have appeared in Seoul and Busan, covered in messages like, "You are not forgotten. We hear you now. We're sorry it took too long." The overwhelming sentiment is one of collective guilt. A recognition that in idolizing a fantasy, the real pain of a young woman was overlooked. Se-ron's legacy, more than a tragedy. But Kim Ji-won emphasized one crucial point. Se-ron's story must not be remembered only as a tragedy. She spoke of Se-ron's fierce loyalty, her infectious laugh, her dreams of creating a film that told authentic stories about love and pain. She recalled Se-ron's habit of carrying a small notebook filled with handwritten quotes. She found inspiring words about resilience, hope, and kindness. In one particularly heart-wrenching memory, Ji-won shared that Se-ron once wrote, "Even if the world forgets me, I hope I loved enough that the memory lingers in someone's heart." Today, thanks to Kim Ji-won's courage, Se-ron's memory lingers stronger than ever.